Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Located in Charlotte, North Carolina, Quail Hollow was originally designed by the architect George Cobb back in 1961. And Frank, it features one of the most imposing finishing stretches on tour. They call it the Green Mile.
Yeah, 16, 17, and 18. What a great test and a wonderful way to finish this golf course. It has a nice flow to it. Anytime you're in the Carolinas, all these mature trees that really define the fairways. Everything's in front of you. Some greens with certainly a lot of pace out there. You tested every club in the bag. This is a great golf course.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Frank, just into that first cut.
Yeah, it's sitting up. Really, this isn't too bad a situation.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. And setting up here in the rough. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. -1 and really going. Good putt, and now 1 under par. Teeing it up here at the second hole, Frank, it's a short par 3.
Yeah, it plays a little bit downhill, about half a club reach. There's a sort of shallow bunker in that back area, and also that green starts to reduce in size on the left side. Good par 3.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Jordan Spieth eyeing this putt for birdie. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just a couple of feet. And he makes it for par. Would love to get this one. Big putt for birdie. Now the train's starting to roll. Birdie to get to 2 under. Moving on to the third hole now. It's a par 4, 452 yards.
Big sweeping dogleg left, and the fairway actually goes in the opposite direction of the dogleg. Must hit a good tee shot for 2 reasons. One, to find the fairway, and also the length of this hole, over 450 yards. One of the things I think that's captivated the audience now with Rory McIlroy is he's doing things that we thought only one other player could do, and that's Tiger Woods. When you can streak fields in a major championship by nearly double figures, that's when you're in a class of your own. And I know that's stating the obvious.
He has a gear, Frank, that I don't think other players have. You might be rolling along at 95 miles per hour, and you think you're moving, and you look to your right and you blink and go, who was that? Somebody just went by me, and he's doing 125 and make it look easy. This kid is really special. Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won at Augusta National Golf Club. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's good work right there. Just a tap in.
Well, it's at sneaky distance.
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Not a gimme within his range. -2 early in the round. And with that, 1 under par. Frank, this is a muscular par 4 here at just under 490 yards, the 4th at Quail Hollow. A difficult proposition.
It is, but fortunately that tee shot plays a little downhill. But one of the difficulties with the tee shot is the fairway kicks from right to left. So it needs a good one to keep it on the on for a little extra. Whoa, that is long.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. Oh, I liked that. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Well, Frank, the wind is really starting to pick up.
You've got to fixate on the direction now. If you get the direction wrong and or mistime one of those gusts, all sorts of problems.
Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. Wow, I thought he made that. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Good score going. Now at 2 under par. Is for par. Always take that. Good par putt right there. Frank, in today's modern game where players are hitting it so far, I always feel like one of the more exciting holes is a reachable par 5, and here we are at the 5th, 570 yards.
Yeah, this is reachable providing you hit a good drive. Otherwise, it becomes very awkward on the layup. Sort of often threading the ball out of trees and just trying to find some sort of third shot. So to your point, big advantage with a good tee shot here.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
He's hit the green, but his work is by no means finished. A difficult putt coming up from about 25 feet. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away.
Should be safely on deck.
And getting ready for the putt. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. These putts keep the round together. Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. It's a big putt right here for birdie. Excellent roll with 3 under par. -3 now for the round. Now set to tee off at the 6th. It is a long par 3, 250 yards.
We could take a little bit off for the downhill, but whichever way you look at it, it's still going to be a beefy par 3. Protected on the left by that front bunker, and if you sort of scoot one long, there's another bunker over there as well.
Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie.
Remember, out of the rough, expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Settles in over the putt. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. In for par. Well, Frank, an eagle is in play here at the par 5-7.
And a 6, and a 7, and an 8, or a 9, actually. This is a potential scorecard record, the 7th hole. Many a tee shot has found that creek on the right, trees, problems on the left. There's no question there's a reward for a good tee shot here. But then there's a decision on, do you go for this par 5 and 2? It's not overly long, just over 530 yards. It is very tempting. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
This is a good-looking shot. Well, couldn't have done much better than that, and the eagle is looking very likely now. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Boy, what a moment this would be. Jordan Spieth, an eagle putt. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, couldn't hit that much better.
He has this putt for eagle. Good work right there, now to 6 under. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Now look out, here he comes. 4 under par now after that birdie. Out of the short par 4-8 here at Quail Hollow, just 350 yards. Frank, players can lay it up and just hit a little baby wedge into the green, but why not go for it in one, try to make something happen?
I think both plans work well, Rich. This is one of those holes, the more you think about it, the more complicated it gets. You're going to lay it up, lay it up. If you're going to go for it, just aim at that tree and hit it down there. Just take your medicine.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Chance to get it close here. This has really been an airtight performance to this point, just flawless. Birdie try up next. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Just 5 feet left. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Good chance here. With that, moves to 5 under par. Here we are at the 9th hole at Quail Hollow, 495-yard par 4. Frank, it is the longest par 4 on the golf course. Is it, in your estimation, the toughest?
I think the green stops it from being the tough from either side, but when you see holes like this, there's no surprise why the Rory McIlroys and the Ricky Fellas have won around here. This is just a great driving par 4.
Good contact, good result. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
Frank, so many different lies in golf. This is one you don't see too much. The golf ball is on the mulch.
Yeah, and it never really sits up. So this is one of those ones, you've got to be much more conservative than you'd like to be. Play for the fat of the green.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
That is a solid par putt. Really has it going at 5 under. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Beautiful looking shot right here. In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back nine. That is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Frank, this looks like a tempting opportunity here at the par 5 10th.
There's a little ridge in the middle of the green on that left side, and that'll kick the ball to the right. So you've either got to be short of it or past it.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Well, he's done it. That's an eagle right there. Tremendous effort. Down to the par 4 11. Frank, what do you think of this hole?
It's an interesting hole, though, Rich, and I'm curious to see how aggressive players will play here today. The easy way, obviously, is just hit it down the right side and set up a nice second shot with a short iron. Or the most fun way is to take the big stick out and try and bite off as much of that corner as you choose, but be prepared to pay the price should it not come off.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Workmanlike hole, he walks away with a par. Good round going, -7. Frank, I think the mark of a good golf course design, changing directions. We go from a right to left hole, now at the 12th, to a left to right hole.
Yeah, there's no two holes at Quail Hollow that look the same. And this one's slightly downhill, fairway tilts a little bit to the right, and it's a bit of a sleeper. And plus you add in on top of that 450 yards plus. This is a fairway that has to be hit.
Frank, it's a hard game to play from the high grass.
And that's where he's been more often than not today.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
That is just a beautiful shot. He'll need to be strong with this. Frank, the beauty of golf, we're not playing inside a dome with no wind. You have to be able to handle the elements.
You do, and that's really where the better player comes through. On a day like today, anything around par is going to be a good score, so just adjust your own mental par.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
But a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Boy, this is a challenging second shot here to the par 412.
It's almost like two greens, Rich. That ridge that goes through the middle about the halfway point, 18 to 20 yards. Anything over that will kick on, and anything short of that runs back to the front.
Continuing his fine play, another beautiful approach shot. So in the first cut here, it could be worse. He has a 12-footer here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Shouldn't be a problem here. Now 8 under on the day. Here we are at the par 3, 13th hole. It's 210 yards. What does it take here, Frank?
It's one actually where you'd rather be conservative than aggressive here. And the reason why is this green tends to roll off at the back and the front and the middle there. So it's just something that pitches more in the central part of the green is really what's required. Common thread here, rough, rough, rough.
Long way again. Played that one on the commercial side, as they say in a professional game, inside 30 feet.
Yeah, 27 feet to be precise, but to make it from there, that's asking for a bit. Safely on deck.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Did the job right there. Well, now we come to the really interesting 345-yard par 4 14th. Frank, I'm thinking that if you're leading, you're probably not going to try to drive this and take on the risk with the water on the left. But if you're behind, you have a chance to make up some ground.
Yeah, I have it written in my yardage book, Rich, on this hole. Only good and bad things happen with a driver, nothing in between.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Oh, he looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy. Right in the heart. Just a couple of feet. Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Now as we arrive at the par 5 15th hole here at Quail Hollow, 577 yards. Frank, I think a player has to be thinking about doing what Rory McIlroy did in 2010.
It's the last of the holes that you can really be aggressive on, Rich. So a good drive down here. I'm well aware of the fact that there's water on the left. This is a good chance to make something happen before you play the green mile.
And that's what McIlroy did. Hit a tracer, then a 5-iron, knocked it in for eagle, shot 62, and won for the first time on the PGA Tour. Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Frank, we've all been there. You hit one in the water, you're down. How do you regroup?
You've got to start from scratch again. Everybody's going to hit bad shots. That's just the nature of the game. But compounding mistakes, that's the problem that you want to avoid.
So this will be the third shot after taking the drop with the ball going in the water. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Nudge this one home, finish it up. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. And getting ready for the putt. This can be a cruel game at times. How does that not go in? See if Spieth can knock this in for his par. Didn't quite have the break on that medium-length putt right there. Not a gimme, but well within his range. So a drop shot. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. And that is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 300. Second shot, good look at the green. Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, not surprisingly, Rory McIlroy owns the event record here, 21 under par. That came in 2015. He won by a touchdown by 7 shots. And then we all remember what he did here in 2010.
Yeah, you remember the runner-up, which was Patrick Rogers. He shot 14 under. And that's won just about every other championship at this event. So it shows you the magnitude of Rory's victory. An artist needs a canvas, a golfer needs a golf course. For Rory McIlroy, Quail Hollow was the perfect landscape to show his skills.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. Well into red figures at 9 under for the round. Frank, the 17th here at Quail Hollow. It is all you want.
And a bit more, actually. The only advantage the player has that plays a little bit downhill. But when you look at the lake in front of you, if there's any swirling breeze out there, it just becomes a nightmare trying to choose the right club.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that is a ball-striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already. Going to move on with a par in his pocket. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Here we are, the 18th hole at Quail Hollow. Simply put, Frank, a player needs to hit maybe his best tee shot of the day.
I would agree with you, Rich. If you were to measure this hole from trees on the left to trees on the right, it's actually a really wide fairway or expansive land. But that creek that just meanders its way through the middle of this hole completely changes the nature of this hole. And consequently, you get the nail on the head. If you don't hit a good tee shot, you will rack up something here. And I've got no idea how big it would be. There's always the advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
These putts keep the round together. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Did the job right there. Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times it can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be